In this series, we'll be taking you around the world in 30 minutes. From travel tips to holiday how-tos, enticing experiences to amazing adventures. Just imagine this. Coming up,
This is what I do. This I want you to experience.
Chef Massimo's Big Food Lover's Guide to India.
And now is my chance to share it with you.
TV and radio personality Jo Stanley
It's never too late to find love.
shares her must-see travel tips for the city that never sleeps. And luxury cruising with The Voice, John Farnham, in an exclusive once-in-a-lifetime Asian travel deal. Hi, I'm Deborah Hutton and welcome to Imagine This. Joining me on the travel couch we have globe-trotting adventurer David Whitehill and star of radio and TV Jo Stanley. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Good to see you guys. Now, listen, I was just thinking about it. I'm interested to know collectively, between the two of you, how many countries do you think you've travelled to?
I think I have done about 50, 55.
55 countries.
In 1 year, I did every continent.
You wouldn't have any jet lag. You'd just be totally
No.
lagged.
I was a mess.
All right. I don't know, maybe 10? That's average, don't you think?
You keep going back.
It is.
You tend to go back to the same
That's
place.
what I do. I fall in
Yeah.
love with the same places.
Yeah.
So I go back there because I like to get to know it so well that I feel like a local.
Yeah.
And then I go, hang on a minute, there's a whole other world that I haven't seen
That's
yet.
right.
Yeah.
So
If there was a country, what's your bucket list? What's your top?
I can't believe I've not been to Italy or Spain.
Oh, wow.
Because when I go to Europe, I go to Paris.
Yeah.
And I drive around France and I'm a bit of a francophile, so
Yeah.
I love, my favourite thing is to be in Paris and just people watching.
Yeah.
You know, the fashion and just the beautiful people there.
I
and,
totally get
you know,
it.
you just find a street corner at a
Yeah.
gorgeous cafe.
Yeah. How many
times
I'm
have you done Paris?
Oh, 3 or 4 times. I'm
there
very
you
happy
go.
there, yes.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're seriously
And not
locked in.
Italy, because it's so close as well.
I don't know. I get stuck in Paris. If someone would like to take me to Italy, I am not going to complain about that.
All right, over to our deal desk. Lockie Dano, how are you?
Hutton, great to see you. I'm fantastic. Joe, Dave, fabulous.
How are you, Lockie?
Joe, you got to spread your wings a little
She
bit.
needs to get out more often.
I have been to places other than Paris. Like, I've been to Papua New Guinea. Have you been to Papua New Guinea?
I have.
Oh,
So have I.
have you?
No, I haven't.
There
So
you
there you go.
go.
You got me. You got me on one.
Oh, Lockie, what travel experience have you got up your sleeve for us?
Well, certainly the top of my bucket list is Iceland. It's got a little bit of adventure and it's got a little bit of luxury thrown in as well. There's something
like
for
it.
everyone. Now, this has got to be the ultimate holiday, a 46-night journey travelling to some of the world's most desirable locations on board 3 luxury ocean liners, Cunard's 3 Queens.
Your adventure begins with a 2-night stay in England's capital before embarking on the elegant Queen Victoria, sailing from Southampton to Scandinavian and Baltic ports, including Oslo in Norway, Stockholm, and an overnight stay in St. Petersburg with its onion spires and grand museums.
Then it's all aboard the second Cunard Queen, Queen Elizabeth, making tracks to what has to be one of the hottest destinations on the planet right now, Iceland, the land of fire and ice with its surreal Game of Thrones landscapes and thermal pools. Heading back to England, you'll then enjoy Imagine Cruising's tour of southern England, with its rolling countryside, charming towns and historic sites. Visit the Queen of England's favourite weekend getaway at Windsor Castle, see the cobbled streets and Georgian architecture of Bath, discover the mysteries of Stonehenge and explore the birthplace of Shakespeare. So much history in one fully escorted tour. The final leg of the 3 Queens adventure is a classic transatlantic crossing on Cunard's flagship, Queen Mary 2. This 7-night cruise allows you to immerse yourself in the glamour of the golden age of cruising, with time to enjoy the onboard facilities. Enjoy traditions like white glove service, high teas, spectacular shows, and grand balls. Or you can just relax in the day spa or soak up the sun on the promenade decks. And this, perhaps, is the most unforgettable moment of them all.
Arriving in New York City at dawn, greeted by Lady Liberty herself, where you'll stay for 2 nights. 46 nights of living the high life on 3 incredible ships.
And here is a little tip for you. When you're in Iceland, don't miss the Blue Lagoon thermal pools, one of the most Instagrammable places on the planet. To book this amazing experience, call the number on the screen now and quote the promo code, or go to the website imaginethis.com.au. How good does that sound, Deb?
That would be a lot of fun, I reckon.
I think it looks great.
Mum's been on 38 cruises and whatever.
Whoa.
So she was in New York, and I remember she rang me, and she was there in New York with the first time that the 3 Cunard queens came together. And it was, I think, and you know, they were all heading off in different directions. She was in tears, and it was all very big and everything. So, you know, everyone can have their moment. So, yeah. Now, listen, tell me, Iceland, we looked at some of those images, and I'm a mad Vikings Game of Thrones fan.
Yeah.
You've been to Iceland.
Iceland is, it's a really raw country. So there's this amazing landscapes everywhere. So you'll go from like a moonscape to a glacier to these amazing waterfalls to hot springs. It's the only place in the world where the tectonic plates come together on land.
So, Dave, is that why it's so dramatic?
Yeah, and it is. And this is why movie sets, you go there quite a lot because, you know, it's made.
Untouched.
It's done.
Have you been in that Blue Lagoon pool that Lockie spoke about?
I think that would be fabulous. Do
Have you
reckon
done
I'd
it?
have to wear
Yeah.
clothes?
It's, like he said, it's one of the most Instagrammable places on the planet at the moment. I guess because of the geology up there, they've got a lot of the bubbling and heated pools.
Yeah.
So some of them are really hot and you probably can't swim in them. Other ones are actually, you know, they've got springs that are coming in, so the water's quite nice, and you jump in and the salts and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
So, Joe, in
It's good
terms
for
of
your body.
in terms of contrast,
Yes.
New York.
New York.
If you were going to arrive in New York, would you want to arrive on an ocean cruiser, or would you like to arrive in a good yellow cab?
Oh, I would love to have arrived on a cruiser with a champagne in my hand.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Very civilised.
Right.
The High Line, which is one of my favourite places in
it's
New York. You know, that
fabulous. Yeah.
park, and then, you know, the ferry, Staten Island Ferry is amazing. And, of course, Central Park.
So how many times have you been to New York? I would have thought, being 55 countries around the world, you'd been there multiple times.
You know what? I've only been there once. I went there on my honeymoon, though.
Oh, that's so romantic.
So it was very nice. And there's so much to do. Like, that's the thing that I love about the place.
Yeah.
Did you do Empire State Building,
Yeah.
Times Square?
Yeah. And it's one of those things, isn't it? When you go there for a short amount of time, you just tick the boxes.
Yeah.
But the boxes are so great.
All right, plenty more to talk about. Okay, so stay with us. There's much more after the break.
Coming up, Chef Massimo's sizzling hot food guide to India.
Come along, have some fun, and enjoy the journey.
And later, Dr. Golly's good medicine on how to prepare for that next overseas adventure.
Hi, and welcome back to Imagine This. Well, food and travel always go hand in hand, but the cuisine journey can be just as important as the destination. Well, to take us on his journey of the world is our very own travelling chef, Massimo Mele. Mass, it's good to see you. Now,
Good to see you
tell
too.
me, favourite food memory?
I'd have to say India.
A place I haven't been before. Joe?
Yeah.
No, I'm desperate to go, and I hear the food is incredible.
Somewhere I would have never have gone on my own unless I was going for a wedding.
That is one of the things I've always wanted to do, because you only hear about these weddings in India that go on for like weeks and with hundreds of people. And,
Yes,
and it's just
thousands
one
of
event,
people.
Thousands of people.
Yes, it's quite overwhelming too. I'm talking about feasting, lunch and dinner for 7 days leading up to the wedding.
Oh, no.
So every day is a celebration, which is quite extraordinary. Six of my good buddies travelled over there. You can
Which
see
one is-
Where are you? Oh, here you are.
I'm the incredible good-looking one.
Okay.
Which one?
Second from the left. Yeah.
Is that you?
So that's the day of the wedding.
Oh,
So the groom's in the middle, and we
at
got
you
dressed
go.
up and we actually travelled through the town, and he's on a white horse, and there's people playing drums, and then you get to the end of it, and then you have to feast.
Yeah.
Even more so. But the thing is, the day of the wedding was the smallest amount of people. The night before the wedding was like 1,000 people invited to this party.
No
and
way.
kid you not, they had India's Got Talent winner was singing, and the whole town came to celebrate. It was just extraordinary.
Lockie, have you ever been to India or Indian wedding?
I have not been to an Indian wedding, but the first curry I've ever had, I actually had it in India at Sachin Tendulkar's restaurant.
Did you?
Name drop.
I know what to get him.
Was this a personal invitation?
No, we just happened to be there for the night, but all through my life, I'd always dodged and weaved around curries because I'm a bit soft when it comes to spicy
Yeah, me
food.
too.
So
If you break India up into regions, the higher you go, the spicier the food.
Oh,
good
really?
to
If you don't like spicy food, go south.
Really?
It's that simple. So to do with the spices they use a lot more chili.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot dry. It's like desert towards Jaipur and Delhi. They cook with a lot of ghee in the north. So
Yeah.
it's quite heavy food.
Yeah.
So make sure you just kind of pace yourself.
Mass, I imagine that after 7 days, you didn't want to see any food anymore.
No.
But what we do have, we have a fantastic deal for anyone who wants to go. Let's face it, there's no place on earth quite like India. The wonderful, the weird, and the incredible. It's a place of grand monuments and mesmerising cities, all easily experienced in a region rich with history and culture, the Golden Triangle. Focusing on the classic sites and lesser-known gems, Imagine Cruising's Golden Triangle Tour is a fantastic Far East cruise on board the Sapphire Princess. This exclusive 7-day tour is fully escorted, which is, of course, a real bonus when you're in a place like India. And it all kicks off in Delhi, a city jam-packed with history, not to mention quite a few people. From here, you'll head south to Agra, home to the most romantic gesture of all time, the Taj Mahal. Built by Shah Jahan as a love letter to his wife. Beautiful. Then it's off to Jaipur, in the desert state of Rajasthan, also known as the Pink City, with its rose-hued palaces and forts straight out of a fairy tale. But this incredible tour is just a teaser to an 11-night princess cruise that will spark all your Arabian Night fantasies.
Following the ancient maritime trail of the Spice Route, beginning with an overnight stay to explore the desert city of Dubai. Here's a taste of what guests will experience on board the Sapphire Princess.
As part of the cruise experience, guests can enjoy being very relaxed, chilling out by the pool or enjoying the spa treatments. They can also enjoy a wide range of entertainment experiences both during the day and in the evening. And many of the itineraries are very port-rich. And this means that once ashore, you can explore that port and really enjoy all of the culture and the history.
The ports you'll visit on this cruise out of Dubai are so colourful and rich, like Muscat in Oman, with its maze of markets, the temples and wildlife of Colombo in Sri Lanka, and Kuala Lumpur with its modern skyline.
And finally, Singapore, where you'll have
2 nights to discover the melting pot of cultures, traditions and, of course, all that great food. This journey really is a feast for the senses, guaranteed to spice up your life. For more information about this fantastic package, call the number on your screen, quote the promo code, or go and visit imaginethis.com.au.
I want to imagine myself there, Lockie.
It would
I've never been to India. I'd be desperate to go.
The people and the vibrancy of it really brings it to life for me. I just was amazed and blown away on so many different levels.
David, you're the big adventurer. So if someone hadn't really been to Asia and you were going to give them sort of one destination to give them a taste of Asia, what about it?
One place that's really a soft sell into India would be Singapore.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is so much Western influence there from their background with trade and all that type of thing.
Yep.
But they've also got the Indian influence and also Malay and Chinese and that type of thing. So you can really get those 5-star resorts that you'd be used to around the world.
Yeah.
But then you can go down and have some really cool experiences in the back streets and, you know, pay $2 for a meal from the locals and that type of thing. The other end, as you know, is, you know, you've got the best chefs in the world, some of the best tourist attractions as well.
Yeah.
So. What I really love about Singapore is that it is closed. Like it's you know, it's not a long haul flight to the other side of the world, which is amazing, but it's an 8-hour flight, so...
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I feel so out of place. I haven't been.
Favourite...
as a chef.
OK, what's your favourite place or favourite thing in Asia?
Well, my favourite part of Asia is Thailand because it is so family-friendly, and the best thing when you have littlies, you can stay at places where they can sleep in your room while you are in the pool, because it's just like...
You gotta love it. She's all over it.
I love visiting to the fish markets, so Japan.
Oh, yeah.
It's just an incredible place and learn a lot about the city. So,
True.
for example, this is in Goa. This is a local fisherman catching fish, and the tourists get on board and give them a hand. It's a really community-based thing. It's great to watch.
Little bite-sized fishies.
And then you get sardines.
Oh, that's so cool.
You just take your toast along.
No, and that's a great way
Pre-buttered with ghee, of course.
Lots of ghee.
Well, listen, Mass, thanks for dropping in. Always good to hear about your travels. It's great to see you again. Stay with us. There's more travel talk after this.
And still to come, travelling with the voice John Farnham on an exclusive limited offer holiday experience.
Hi and welcome back. Well, we're talking travel on Imagine This, and getting sick while you're away has got to be one of the biggest letdowns for any holiday. I mean, hello, it's happened to all of us, I think. So to give us all the tips on how we can avoid it, welcome Dr. Golly. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Now listen, someone told me you did stand-up comedy once.
Oh, I did.
So what happened? You failed and then run off to medical school?
Oh, I think you should all be very grateful that I did fail at that.
This may be a really funny segment.
Or may not.
And is laughter the best medicine?
Absolutely.
Oh,
and that's
nice
proven.
to say,
That's
Joe.
proven.
Yeah, that's very true. But listen, it's an important thing to talk about, because when you're going overseas, the last thing you want to do is end up in bed.
Or even worse, in hospital.
In hospital.
You don't want that.
No.
So, no,
Yeah.
there are many things you need to do to prepare, and really a lot of them are just common sense. You just have to be really smart about it. Numbers 1, 2 and 3, hand hygiene. You've got to wash your hands. You know those alcohol-based hand washers?
Yeah.
You pop one in your pocket, and you have to be smart. You know, you choose the stir-fry vegetables over the fresh salad.
I suppose it depends on the country, doesn't it?
It depends on the country. It depends where you are. If you're on an aeroplane, you're on a luxury cruise liner or a fancy hotel, you can trust those food preparation and storage standards much better.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry as much.
Yeah.
What about, though, what can I take with me? Because I tend to pack a pharmacy. Like, I have so many different medications. What are the must-haves?
Just think about simple things like Band-Aids and sunscreen. Do you know the most common injury when you travel is sunburn? Okay.
Wow.
And things like oral rehydration solutions, those little
electrolytes.
the tablets that dissolve in the bottle of water, they're great.
Yeah.
And of course, the most important thing, if you're going to take a medication, make sure it's something that you've had before.
Yeah.
Favourite spot in Asia?
No question, Thailand.
Same.
It's the gateway to the rest of the world. I'm looking over Dave's shoulder and I'm seeing the beach in the background.
I know, but
It's just taking me
I
there.
actually I go to a health farm there every year.
Oh, I'd love that.
It's seriously beautiful.
Can I come?
Cocktails.
Great.
No more cocktails? We're going to a health farm.
Really?
Lockie, you want to come?
Was that Funny Farm or Health Farm?
I'll let you figure that one out.
I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun, whatever it is.
Okay.
As we will on this next package that we're going to share with you now. Now, as far as Australian pop icons go, there's no bigger name than our Farnsey. Even Celine Dion had a fangirl moment recently, bringing him up on stage at a Melbourne concert for a duet of his mega hit, You're the Voice. Seeing this living legend perform live is always a special experience. But imagine being part of the audience at an exclusive event in a magical and iconic Singapore setting. Well, that's what guests of Imagine Cruising will experience in October 2019.
This fantastic package kicks off in Singapore with a 3-night stay, the highlight of which is a private concert for just 500 people. Reserved exclusively for Imagine Cruising customers, an evening with John Farnham at the amazing Gardens by the Bay.
And this is where your date with John Farnham will take place, beginning with a drinks reception. Following your private concert, you'll be taken under the incredible 16-storey vertical gardens known as the Super Trees, which will burst into colour during a private light show exclusive to concert guests. But if this performance doesn't blow your mind, then wait till you see what's in store for the encore.
What better way to chill after a concert of a lifetime than during a 4-night journey through Southeast Asia? Visiting exotic Penang and Thailand's largest island, Phuket.
And there's more relaxation in store with 5 nights of Thai hospitality on the beautiful island of Koh Samui, staying at the beachfront resort of either Impiana or in 5-star luxury at Anantara Boput. This little slice of Thai heaven is the icing on the cake of this amazing Southeast Asian adventure, kicked off by the voice himself. And here is a little tip for you. If you are staying at the Anantara Boput, next door is a little fisherman's village in Koh Samui where they have some of the freshest seafood you're ever going to try. Make sure you head there for dinner. You're going to love it. To book this exclusive deal, call the number on your screen, quote that promo code, or go to the website imaginethis.com.au.
That's a serious trip, and also to have Farnsey thrown in.
Amazing.
I know. I love the fact he still hasn't retired.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think this is a retirement cruise?
I hope he never does.
I'd love to know the conversation they had with him as well when they said, Farnsey, what are you doing on Tuesday? We're up on a trip. Because I'm in.
Hey, Lockie, weren't you in a Farnsey video years ago?
I was. I told you that in confidence.
Oh, as if you're going to tell me anything in confidence.
I think we all have a Farnsey story of some description. Mine was when I was about 19 or 20, I think. There was a video called Chain Reaction, one of the songs that he...
Yeah.
And I was the guy in it. And it was unreal. I had 12 girls when we walked into a nightclub. I walked out of the nightclub alone and my car was stolen.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
But it was a great hit.
It was a great hit.
What about you? You've got a Farnsey story.
I do. It was many years back. We were filming a commercial, and it was the You're the Voice commercial, and we were jammed. Obviously, they chose the smallest car you can imagine, and all the lights, all the smoke. It was 100 degrees in that car, and he had to sneak in behind me and sing right into my ear. And of course, it was right after the lunch break, so we all stank. And he leans into me during one of the breaks, and he said, "Oh, sorry about the dragon breath, mate."
Well, hang on, but that's not him in the car.
No, there was a point soon where he leaned there.
Listen, guys, it's been just great spending some time with you today. I love all the stories. Thank you for your tips, Dr. Golly.
My pleasure.
Seriously, we'll be armed with a backpack of stuff next time we head out.
And if you get into trouble, just ask Jo.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Very qualified.
She's definitely got me covered, our little adventure of David and Lockie. How good, huh?
Fabulous. Thanks, Deb. Thank you, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. And for further info on any of the unique packages, whether it's cruising Europe on the 3 Grand Queens, discovering the magic of India on the Golden Triangle Tour, and the John Farnham Southeast Asia experience, go to imaginethis.com.au.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed the show, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Imagine This.
Next time, it's all about La Dolce Vita as we celebrate the wonders of Italy's Amalfi Coast.